Hello, everybody. This is Cinema Cody, and today is Book Suggestion Saturday. I have to do it like that. I'm trying to get a head start on all these videos because I'm going to be a busy bee this weekend. As you can see right there, there's a green dress right there. I'm going to be at a wedding out of state this weekend. So, plus working my real job and running around, all kinds of craziness. So, I need to try to get stuff filmed, get stuff edited. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a book that I've loved for a long time since I was a little kid. I think it has a really great message. I love the illustrations, and I've read it to my daughter now. This is an old copy. Chrysanthemum by Kevin Henkes. I don't know if it's pronounced Henkes or Henkes, whatever you call it. It just says him, so I'm assuming he does the illustrations and writes the book as well. There's a lot of these type of books with the little mice, and they all look similar, and I've read many of them, but this one's my favorite. I think this is the best written one. This one's just my absolute favorite one. There's a picture of a little baby on the back. Little baby chrysanthemum. And I'll block out the... I can't. Let's see. No. Trying to block out, like, on the inside there's like a little stamp from the library of... Ooh. Let's try and block out my last name because it's none of your business. No. I used to have these stamps that was like the library of, and I put it on some of my books. This is from 1997. I was 7 years old. That's how long I've had this book. My mom kept it, and now I have it. So, this book is about this sweet little mouse. She's born, and her parents named her Chrysanthemum because they thought it was just the perfect name. She's perfect. Her name must be everything that she is, said her mother. Her name must be absolutely perfect, said her father. And it was Chrysanthemum. Her parents named her Chrysanthemum. Then as she got older, little baby toddler years, Chrysanthemum grew and grew and grew. And when she was old enough to appreciate it, Chrysanthemum loved her name. She loved the way it looked when she wrote it on an envelope. She loved the way it looked on her birthday cakes. She loved the way it looked in crayon. Very long name, Chrysanthemum. She's filled with all kinds of confidence and happiness about her name. And then she goes to school. And you know how school is. They know how to break you down. They know how to make things that you loved make you be ashamed of them and feel like you shouldn't love them anymore. Stupid kids. So she goes to school and has Mrs. Chud taking roll call, and they all have these short little boring names. No offense if that's your name, but Dawn, Eve, Bill, Pat, Tom, Sam, Sue, Max, Joe. Then we got a little bit longer. We got Rita, and we got Victoria, and then Chrysanthemum. Joe says, "It's so long." And Rita says, "It scarcely fits on a name tag." And then Victoria says, "I'm named after my grandmother." "You're named after a flower." Snotty little turds. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. So sad. Makes me think of my daughter. She's already experienced some of that stuff. Not with her name, but with, like, clothes she wears. She sometimes she denies that any kid said anything, but I think that they did. She'd be like, "I don't want to wear this. It looks dumb." And she was totally fine with it when she left for school, but when she gets in the car after school, she's like, "This shirt looks weird," or "It's a weird color." And she's had this thing about, like, she has to bring a water bottle with her. I think I have it with me, actually. Okay, so this water bottle. It's blue. It has stars on it. Basic. To me, it looks girly. Looks like a girly thing. It looks like it could be either girl or boy or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's a water bottle. She's like, "I don't want that water bottle. Don't ever send that water bottle with me again. It looks boyish." I'm like, "No, it's not." And then she had another one which broke, which I threw away. But it came with this one. It was like a 2-pack. And it was blue and it had stripes on it. And then it had a star in the center. And she's like, "I don't want this one." Her other ones were, she had a pink one that had leopard print on it. And she was fine with that. And I can't remember what the other one was. I think it was like turquoise, bluish green colored and kind of stripish or something. Stripedy, I don't know. But who cares? It's a water bottle. Like, I don't know if someone said that to her or if that's just her opinion of it. But I've always tried to teach her that there's no such thing as, like, girl colors, boy colors. Girls can wear blue, boys can wear pink. They're colors. They don't matter. Like, colors are colors. Anyone can wear anything. You know. And she's just recently been like, "This is a boy's clothes." And I'm like, "It's not even a boy's clothes. Look at the tag. It says girls on it, on the tag." Not that it matters, because I shop in both. Like, I buy men's clothes and women's clothes. Men's clothes usually fit better. They're more comfortable. They're more durable. They're just made better than women's clothes. I hate women's clothes. Mostly, I almost exclusively shop in men's clothes nowadays. Except for underwear. That's about it. But even socks. I like men's socks. They fit better sometimes on me. I have big feet. And I wear men's shoes too. Because I wear a size 11 in women. And it's hard to find 11 sometimes. And I wear a size 10 in men. And that's a lot easier to find. And I like the looks of men's shoes sometimes a lot better than women's. So I just like the way they look better. But she had this t-shirt that was Lilo, not Lilo, but Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. It was like the blue Stitch, and there was like a pink Stitch. I don't know what the pink one is, but like a girl version of Stitch, I guess. And they were almost like, looked kind of like they were about to kiss or something on the shirt. And she said some boy at school was making fun of her, saying, "Ew, look at your shirt, it's gross." And I was like, it's just because he's little and thinks kissing is gross. And so it wasn't like he was saying your shirt was ugly necessarily. It's just he can't handle, something looking like it's going to kiss something. But it really bothered her, and it hurt me to see her upset like that. But, they're little 4 and 5 year olds, and that's a part of life. People are going to say super rude things. I had 2 old ladies that were so freaking rude to me at the grocery store, or not the grocery store, but it was at my work, and they were saying my name was disgusting, and why would my parents name me Cody, and what was wrong with them. And I was like, excuse me, I'm standing right here. You're saying this to my face right now. What is wrong with you? I think they were drunk, to be honest. I think they were drunk or on some kind of drugs. But yeah. She was like, "Honey, you're not a Cody. You're like a Cindy." It's like, I don't want to be a Cindy. Thank you. Go away. Go away now. They were awful. Ugh. I just wanted to punch them in the face. But you have to be all nice. Customer service. They were so... And I've had lots of other people say super rude things to me. I was at a concert once, and this guy, there was like an ATM kind of thing, and I was like, "Is this ATM working or whatever? This is the ATM or whatever." And this guy, he was drunk, obviously, but still, he was like, "You talk with a lisp." Just, I was like, "Uh-huh, I know." And he was just like so rude. Like, he's just staring at me and like, "Huh, that's weird." Like, okay, you're fat. Like, and I'm fat. Like, what are you putting these things out? I don't understand. Like, why don't you just say, "Yeah, that's an ATM, it works, yeah." Why you have to say, "You talk with a lisp"? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I've been me my whole life. I'm aware of this. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So they're making fun of her for her name, and then at nap time, more making fun of her, saying her name is so long, 13 letters, half as many letters as the entire alphabet. So she comes home crying to her parents and upset about it. But they tell her that her name is awesome. It's amazing. It's beautiful, just like her. And they make her feel better by playing Parcheesi. Get it? They're mice. Parcheesi. And eating macaroni and cheese. So then she goes back to school full of confidence again, thinking, okay, I like my name. She's writing it in the dirt on her way to school. And then she entered the playground, and they started being mean to her again, saying, "Let's pick her. Her name's like a flower. Let's smell her." And again, she wilted. At nap time, Victoria raised her hand and said, "A chrysanthemum is a flower. It lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things." "Okay, yeah." And the teacher said, "Thank you for sharing with us, Victoria. Now put your head down." Then she's like, "I just cannot believe your name." "Neither can I," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. Parents welcomed her home again. She's all upset. They tried to cheer her up. They gave her a favorite dessert, chocolate cake with buttercream frosting, and hugs and kisses and parcheesi. Then she goes back to school, feeling defeated again, and they have a music teacher come in. She's pregnant. You can see her big belly. And her name is Mrs. Twinkle. And the kids love her. They think she's just so awesome. They're just like worshiping the ground she walks on. She's so cool. They thought Mrs. Twinkle was an indescribable wonder. They went out of their way to make a nice impression. She assigned them roles for their class musical. Victoria was chosen as the dainty fairy queen. Rita was chosen as the spiffy butterfly princess. Jo was chosen as the all-important pixie messenger. And Chrysanthemum was chosen to be a daisy. And then, of course, they started making fun of her again. "Chrysanthemum's a daisy. Chrysanthemum's a daisy." They thought it was so funny. And then Mrs. Twinkle said, "What's so humorous?" "Chrysanthemum," was the answer. "Her name is so long," said Jo. "It scarcely fits on her name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandmother," said Victoria. "She's named after a flower." Like, what's wrong with that? That's cool. Flowers are awesome. And then Mrs. Twinkle says, "My name is long." "It is." "My name would scarcely fit on a name tag." "It would." "And," said Mrs. Twinkle, "I'm named after a flower, too." "You are?" "Yes. My name is Delphinium." I'm saying that right. Delphinium. Delphinium Twinkle. And if my baby is a girl, I'm considering Chrysanthemum as a name. I think it is absolutely perfect. Chrysanthemum could not believe her ears. She blushed, she beamed, she bloomed. Chrysanthemum. It just makes my heart melt. It's so sweet. It's people like that that make such an impact on people, you know? Like a teacher that says something nice to a kid or stands up for a kid. It's just so sweet. Now, the kids look at her longingly, wishing they had names like that. Long, flower-type names. And so Jo starts saying, "Call me Marigold." And Rita says, "I'm Carnation." And my name is Lily of the Valley, says Victoria. Chrysanthemum did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She knew it. I just love every line of this book. I love the way it's written. It uses big words, you know, really good vocabulary, which I think is good in a children's book. I hate it when they dumb it down and they're just like, The cat is red. Like, you can use big words and just read it to the kid, and the kid soaks it in. And I feel like that's why M has a big vocabulary. She uses words that are pretty big, because I didn't just read her all those baby books that were like, the cat is red, the dog is blue, they went to park. I read her good stories with big words and things, and she doesn't really ask that many questions. She just kind of soaks it in. Every once in a while she might say, "What does that word mean?" And I explain it, but I think that's important. And then I love that they have a little epilogue at the end. Overall, the class musical was a huge success. Chrysanthemum was absolutely perfect as a daisy. Victoria made the only mistake. She completely forgot her lines as the dainty fairy queen. Chrysanthemum thought it was wildly funny, and she giggled throughout the entire dance of the flowers. Eventually, Mrs. Twinkle gave birth to a healthy baby girl, and of course, she named her Chrysanthemum. Little baby Chrysanthemum.